Hey everybody, welcome to One Foot in the Graveyard Shift. I'm just kidding. That's just a joke that me and Alex work late nights. It is Wednesday Night Live. And I'm your host, Tom Bruno, from What's the Difference podcast, part of the USUK network. How you doing today, guys? If you have a couple extra seconds, maybe you could jump over to our YouTube page and definitely give us a like and subscribe, because guess what? We do this shit for the likes. We are needy. We need you. And we need your views. So pretty please go check that out. We don't have a Tom Stevens today, so I'm not going to announce him. But as always, I'm going to introduce the man that gives me life, meaning that holds my heart and my penis, Mr. Alex Whiteley.
Hello there.
Yeah. What's going on, buddy?
I'm good, man. Channeling a bit of Obi-Wan there today. Got the beard going. You know, it's going a bit grey. Might as well start now. You know, I mean, would you want to be that kind of camp Jedi? Or would you like to be a badass Sith? I mean,
my son the other day was saying that he was a Sith, but I don't think he knows what he was saying, and I'm also fairly certain he was saying I got a shit, but I don't know. Fuck, what do I know? So Alex, we have another gentleman with us. He joins us every Wednesday. He's David Robbie. I was going to go on tangent.
I was like, hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here. As always.
We had this debate on the Weekly Bazaar in the week. He was like, can you just start saying my name right? I was like, okay, David Raby. I like
just for that show.
Okay, so you want the for this one? For this one,
and then for the other show, pronounce correctly.
So needy.
I think that's just Tom's cop out, just I never get it right, so I'm just going to say.
You just gave up.
Did I say it right? I mean, I must have said it right this time. I didn't get a correction.
I think you said Robbie, but I mean, it's Raby, like the dog disease. It's fine either way.
Okay, cool.
Everyone calls me something weird. Rabies, Rables, Rabbi. Everyone calls me something weird.
Has anybody got sort of a particular people that can call you a different name? Like my mom used to call me Xander when I was a kid. She's the only person that can call me Xander, right? Do you have someone that can call you Dave? Specifically David, Thomas? Do you have someone that calls you Thomas?
My mom calls me Tommy, and I think maybe my dad says it still sometimes too. I haven't really thought about it in a long time. Usually just calls me Tom, I think. David?
There are a few people who I let get away with calling me Dave. I prefer David.
Is it one of those friends that's been? It's just been too long now that it's just awkward. You can't.
Yeah, I'm like shit. Well, because one of them is another guy named Dave, so his name is actually Dave. So it was always like, "Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave." You know,
you ever have that instance where, because you mentioned it, it really brought up this thing. So there was this lady that was on my block growing up, and I lived there for fucking 20 years, something like that. 19 is when I moved out and got with Shona and stuff. And she thought my name was Bob, and she called me Bob for so fucking long that I just did not correct her on it. I was like, yeah, I'm Bob, and I just never ever. So to this day, if she was to tell a story about the shenanigans I got into as a kid, she'd be like, that little bastard Bob. What shit, right? Bob Bruno.
There was a guy. There was a Mech that I mentioned, that Mexican guy that used to call me Alejandro.
Yeah,
I like that though. That was quite Alejandro,
which would fit well with your surname of Sanchez.
I need an announcer. I need an announcer to follow me around and just carry a bugle and be like, ha, ha, ha. It's Alejandro. And just walk in and be like, hi guys.
Alejandro.
There you go.
So fucking, what do you think of that title, by the way? Because I'm not interested in starting another podcast by any means, because I already do too, and that's way too many for Tom Bruno. But I like that title a lot. Fucking One Foot in the Graveyard Shift. It fits, really fits. Because you feel like death when you leave work, as you know, Alex.
I mean, sometimes yes. This morning when I got home from work, I was so fucking tired. So tired. But some mornings I'd be like, okay, let's do stuff. I ain't going to bed till midday. It's just a weird thing, but it does fuck up your life when you go from days to nights. I'm surprised to see you alive, man. Well done.
Yeah, well, thank you, thank you. I am good at surviving. They wrote that song about me back in the 70s. Fucking Eye of the Tiger. That was about me.
Eye of the Tiger.
Didn't even know you were born back then.
The thing is, right, the job I'm doing now, and I have been doing for over 5 years, is the first night shift I ever did. No, and I still will, because I just made me realize I'm just a shit morning person. Just the worst.
I hate mornings. I definitely would prefer, like, when I was working, I'd always pick, like, every graveyard shift there is, like, fucking 10 p.m. to, like, 8 or 9, 8 a.m., you know? That's my shit.
Well, the only problem with the graveyard shift is, like, I'll go to bed, like, you know, like 9-ish, 10-ish, but I'll wake up at, like, 3:30, even though I could probably sleep a little longer, because I still feel like I'm sleeping my day away, even though my schedule's opposite.
Yeah. It's you get used to it though, and once you get used to it, you I think it's just natural. It becomes natural. So many people come to me like, "Oh my god, I couldn't work nights. I couldn't do your job," and I'm like,
Yeah,
well, you shouldn't be such a pussy then.
Yeah, because it's natural. I think because most people wouldn't be able to do like a graveyard shift. But for me, like I'm able to function with like little to no sleep, so long as I'm doing something. Yeah, so long as I'm doing something, like if I have to drive somewhere or I got to go do this or do that, I could be okay and last like another maybe 11, 12 hours without sleeping.
Well, do you know I'm half Kiefer Sutherland, so I'm vampire.
Wow.
I like to suck bodily fluids. What can I say? So like staying up at night, sort of flitting into the shadows.
I love blood. That's not blood. Yeah, it is. Tasty, tasty blood.
I love me some of that crimson nectar. I'll tell you one thing that has been keeping me company nights at work. Is the Ramble. Yeah, 3 men actually. Cody, Jerry, and Eddie. And the Ramble. I've been watching them on YouTube. It's weird, right? Because like I make a lot of podcasts. We do a lot of work, right? We do a lot of, and I don't really have much time for podcasts at the moment. And then I was like, oh yeah, good, because we're going to have Jerry and Eddie on the Bazaar this week. Thank you guys for doing that for us. But like, I was just like, let's just start watching the Ramble, and I've just fucking beasted it. And I love it so much because they remind me so much of us. Like we're not as professional, we're not as like successful as those guys, but their show, the way they put together, the shit they talk about, it's just fucking us, man. And I love that. Is that vain of me? I don't know.
No,
I don't think it's vain. No,
familiarity, right?
We look for things that we find similar in other things so we can find other ways to enjoy it, because like you might listen to something and be like, oh, that's not my life experience, but then you hear, and then I worked a graveyard shift, and you're like, oh, I know what that's like. So we always look for similarities to help us further enjoy shit with us.
Yeah, it's human nature for us to try and find a connection with something that we like or listen to or something like that. So I don't think
I don't sleep with a guy unless he looks like me. I mean, I don't sleep with a girl unless she looks like me.
I don't sleep with a guy unless it's Johnny Depp.
I would not sleep with Johnny Depp. I feel like I would get a venereal disease.
I don't care. I want him to not shower for like a week, and then I just want to like smell his musk.
Ew.
Whoa. Okay, I'm watching myself now recording the show only because I realised
that's vain.
We don't get the comments coming up on StreamYard, so now I can see your comments. Ryan Berger says he would like to be a Sith. Ryan Berger also says, "Where's Bob Bruno?"
Good question. Where's Bob Bruno?
Sati, who I work with at the prison, she says, hi Alex. Hi Sati, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the show. And Ryan says, I can't work graveyard shift, I have a condition. So
does he need to sleep? Like, what's the condition?
His condition is he has sexlexia, the sexiest of diseases.
He also says, I'd think about going gay for Hemsworth.
See, that's nice. It's a good one too.
Which one though, Liam or Chris?
Ooh.
I would probably go gay for Ryan Reynolds. I've stood by this forever. He's a nice Canadian boy. He's attractive. You know,
we all got one of those guys. Okay, I'm gonna.
We have a gay crush. Yeah,
I'm gonna whip my dick out, put it on the table right
now. That's fine. It's 2021.
JT, I think Justin Timberlake's a cool guy. I don't know what it is. I just think I imagine go for a beer with him.
Would you watch fucking Alpha Dog? And you're like, that's a dude's dick I'd suck.
Oh, that film's so hard. But don't do that to me, man. It took me years to get over that fucking film. Like, Jesus Christ. You bring back memories.
Don't fucking do it!
He's little boy.
The little boy.
He didn't have to do that shit with the. Yeah, it was a weird film. It's a good film, though.
No,
Really good film.
Yeah, it's not bad.
RTS can't join us. Sorry, Tom. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh, no, you go first.
RTS has, by the way, it's black and white from the Bazaar still. But Mom only calls me Thomas when she's angry at me. Yes, that's how my name is spelt. Other than that, my family call me Tommy.
When my mom's mad, she calls me Thomas Ernest, which I haven't heard in like a long. I'm an adult now, so she doesn't like really get mad at me. Instead, she just leaves. She gets mad. She's like, I'm fucking mad. I'm like, that's nice. You can go home then, I guess. And she's like, I will.
I do have an uncle, my Tio Chuy. He calls me by my first and middle name every time he sees me.
Really? Is there more Davids in your family?
No, I'm the only one. But he's always called me that, and I'm not going to be like, hey, don't say my middle name.
Well,
but I usually don't tell people what my middle name is. So,
what is your middle name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, wow. Fucking, we've been doing this forever now, Dave, and I can't know your middle name. What am I supposed to do?
Dude, it took George like 10 years for him to find out what my middle name is.
Wow.
More than George, so fuck him.
To your surprise, on the show today, we have George with your middle name.
Get out of here! That would be fucking brilliant. If you would have popped in,
in fact, I'll tell you what, George, if you're watching now and you want to come on the show, drop me a message. We'll get you on the show. We'll find out David's show. It's that middle name right on the show right now. George, you're welcome on the show anytime. You know that.
Should we take guesses, Alex, what David's middle name is?
I'm not going to tell you guys, even if you guys get it right.
I don't care.
Know, right?
We're having fun. Leave us alone.
This is the route I wanted to go down with Timmy, right? Because I respect Kaz's heritage. I know, sort of South American Latinos that they like to keep things traditional, and I wanted to do that with Timmy, but Kaz didn't want him to get bullied. I wanted to get a name like Mateo or something that's Latin. Which he was like, no, Timmy. So maybe
Juanito.
Juanito. That's your middle name.
Oh no, I was asking you. Like,
yeah. So maybe there's a Hispanic name there in the middle there. I reckon.
Okay, well, you don't have to tell us, David. But is it Hispanic or is it American? Let's start with that.
You said I don't have to tell you, so I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, listeners. We'll get the listeners to put in suggestions for your middle name, and if you don't tell us by the end of the show, you're going to have to change your name by default or whatever the listeners suggest for you. So, it's up to you.
All right, I like that.
I'll tell you guys after the show.
By the way, I've got over my fear of murder shows, murder documentaries. I don't really usually watch them. I wanted to throw myself in the deep end this week.
Did you watch Night Stalker?
We started watching that. I think what it was is we started watching that anyway because they make such a big thing about that. But I decided to watch the Confessional Killers, right? The Lee. What was his name?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Not Lee Harvey.
He didn't kill anybody.
No, the guy that said he killed 100 women, and they were just pinning all these murders on him, and it was a massive U.S. conspiracy because the Texas Rangers were being a little bit naughty.
Something Little, Samuel Little.
Oh, if somebody remembers the name of the Confessional Killer, please just drop it in the comments. Really good though, right? And I watched this thing. I was thinking, fuck, it's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be horrible. Oh my god, I don't like stuff like that. And it was fucking fascinating. I was just like, wow! It just kept going on and on and on. I would recommend that to anybody.
There's two on Netflix that I really am fond of. There's Don't Fuck with Cats, which was different. Like, it was so entertaining. What's up?
I watched that as well. That's what's got me down this rabbit hole. I was kind of like, I'm going to be we're going to like turn the show into like one of these true crime. Hi, and welcome to True Crime with Alex Whiteley. There was blood on the walls.
The body was found in the lake, about 20 meters down below, wrapped in chains. I don't know.
I mean, if you watch Unsolved Mysteries, then you technically already into the whole scenario of it all. The other one was what was the one about the guy that had the collar around his neck that was the explosive? And did you see that one?
What? No.
Dude, it's based. They made a movie on it about it. They made a comedy with Danny.
Speed.
Yeah. Speed. It's all about Keanu Reeves liking to be choked. He's like, oh, harder. I have an erection. No, it was 30 minutes or less. That movie with Jesse Eisenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the movie, really loosely based on it, but it's really, really crazy. Fucking, it's about this. Like it all starts off with this dude that has this bomb collar on his neck, and he robs a couple places, and the cops find him on the interstate. He's like, I got a bomb around my neck, and they're like, oh shit. So like it starts beeping, and they're like, we'll be right back. You just stay right there, and they like all kind of fuck off, and all of a sudden you see, and it's not super graphic, but Netflix shows you a dude dies like flat out. He's not here anymore, Alex and David. He's dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen stuff like that because I like my war documentaries and stuff, and I watched a lot of the Vietnam stuff. And there's that scene where the guy who's like news report, and they walk, and there's cameras and stuff, and they just straight up, bam, shoot that guy in the head. And he's like all the blood spurting out of the back of his. I hate stuff like I don't know what it is, right? But I watched this documentary in between the Confessional Killers and Don't Fuck with Cats, which by the way was fascinating. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So creepy when he's like channeling all that basic instinct shit, even when he's been arrested. Do you get a cigarette I can borrow? And then he crosses his legs. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's crazy.
It really speaks to like who most people are, because like you can and it's in the movie, so I'm not really stealing anything from him, but like you can do a lot of shit. Like we've all, and now Alex too, watched some true crime documentaries and stuff, and you can kill all the people you want, but the moment you start fucking with animals, almost universally you are the most despised motherfucker. Like nothing would have made Hitler worse than if he found out that he killed a few kittens in between all the millions of lives that were lost.
Typically, that's how it starts with serial killers. When they go down the path, is like they start off with small, sort of defenseless animals. Like I think Dahmer did that. Bundy, I think, did that as well.
Yeah. Which bedwetting's also another sign of being a serial killer.
Oh shit! I used to be a bedwetter.
Also, you just pick up a severed head. I'm not a psycho, right? No, David, you're not.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
You're perfectly normal.
Like your That's copyright infringement. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Damn it.
Yeah. So we have Brian on the show. You won't come back on. Yeah, but this one I watched in between, by the way, reminded me why I don't watch documentaries like that, because it fucked me up, and it's still. I feel like I'm still a bit sad about it, right? Because this one, spoilers if you haven't seen it. Okay, I don't know if I can do this. It's from 2019. It's called American Murder: The Family Next Door, right? And I was
Chris
like,
Watts.
Oh, and I thought it started off exactly the same as Gone Girl. Remember that film, Ben Affleck, Gone Girl, where he gets up and his wife's gone and she frames him for murder. And I thought this was the original story. I thought, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. This is what this is. She's disappeared. The family's gone. The girls and stuff. I thought, oh, she's just gonna rock up and be like, framed you,
Get prick much?
It takes a real bad turn for the worse, and I was just like, I was like 3:00 in the morning. I was at work. I couldn't cuddle my little boy. I wanted to like be around my family and stuff. I was on my own. I was kind of like, I don't know how to process all this fucking what
the fuck. I've actually met somebody that was murdered by a serial killer.
How did you meet them if they were murdered?
Well, when they were alive, David.
By the way, I was shot by.
Hi guys. Yeah, I keep them, in my head.
What serial killer murdered them?
Israel Keys, I believe was his name. He was the Alaskan dude that killed a couple people in Vermont. Weirdly enough, like my buddy, who passed away a few years, natural causes. He wasn't murdered as well, but like not natural, he OD'd, so that's really not natural. But regardless, he died. And his aunt and uncle were the couple that were murdered in Essex, Vermont. And I don't know, I didn't like know them, but I met them over at his house a time, and it was just so fucking weird because that's something you hear about. That's not something you experienced.
Yeah.
It's I think serial killers are definitely the worst in America. Like there seemed to be like a fashion fucking trend at one point in the 80s. It just seemed like there was just fucking.
It was like the 70s and the 80s. It was just like nothing but. There was like the Hillside Strangler, the fucking Bundy, and then Richard Ramirez right after and shit like that.
Well, look at this Luca guy from Don't Fuck with Cats. He just wanted to be a notorious killer. Like that's it.
Okay, who's your favorite? Before we get into the news, who is your favorite serial killer? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I had an obsession with Jack the Ripper when I was like 8 or 9. Like a really unhealthy obsession with Jack the Ripper when I was that young.
So much like I started to go by David the Ripper, but it was more.
Yeah, I was just always like kind of drawing pictures and like reading whatever I can and watching the documentaries and stuff like that. I was just so fascinated by him. And like the fact that we still haven't really quite learned who he really is. You know, there's a lot of evidence that points to he actually might have been H.H. Holmes, which was America's first serial killer.
Yes.
I kind of really believe that it might have been H.H. Holmes. So Jack the Ripper, you know, H.H. Holmes, second place, Ed Gein for sure.
Okay. All right. Alex?
I don't have a favorite serial killer. I stay away. I avoid all. I'm aware of them. I'm not in awe of them because I think they're sick individuals and they've dust people's lives and shit.
Oh, for sure.
Like, but like, I don't have a favorite. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, Ted Bundy, wasn't he so cute? He was just so cute, though, wasn't he?
It's pretty dreamy, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hot.
I don't get. Well, okay, I'll let you do yours, and then I'm going to do my tangent about this, Tom.
Okay.
Holding
I am in a toss up between Dahmer. Dahmer is fucking just because of how sadistically fucked he was, and BTK. BTK was just another one of those. Yeah, dude. He's just like I used to listen to Last Podcast on the Left quite a bit because they covered all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
in a very funny fashion. And just when you hear like the super in-depth shit that BTK did and how he was, you know, most people appear to be normal, but this guy was like a Cub Scout leader and like he was really like an upstanding citizen. Turns out that he was, you know, BTK.
Yeah, he was way. Didn't he like had stopped killing right and just became like a straight up family man? He's like, yeah, I'm just over it.
Yeah, same thing with Green River. Green River stopped as well for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I really miss cutting off ladies' heads.
He's like, you know what? This life of family is all. I love the kids, but damn, I wish gotta cut off some heads like shit.
You gotta fucking kill these motherfuckers.
This life sucks.
Alex, what's your tangent?
Women that have fantasies about serial killers. What the fuck is that all about? Like people go crazy, like this Night Stalker thing. Apparently women were creaming over this guy.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that all about? That's crazy, right? I feel like if you can condone someone that goes around murdering, raping, and killing women and children, and you think that's sexy,
I don't necessarily know if what he did was sexy, but I think just the way his appearance was sexy. I think, but it was that allure of him being this monster is what kind of, you know, made it a bit more mysterious kind of shit. I think that's
how many girls do you think were like, oh, strangle me, oh, pretend like you're murdering me, and then all of a sudden they realize they're really sleeping with the guy and he's just like not stopping. They're like, wait a minute, this isn't sexy anymore.
Well, I feel like in that circumstance, if you're like, you know, like, oh yeah, let's go spend time with a serial killer and he ends up killing you, get what you fucking give. Like that's it. You get what you
knew what you were getting into. You know, you're fucking walking into the lion's den.
Have you ever written to a serial killer? Like, there's a few still alive in jail, and I've always like they'll tell you which jail they're at. So I've always wanted to like write to them because you hear about stories about people that like get like drawings and shit from serial killer, and you know I collect art, and I know it's fucked, but I would kind of like one.
There was drawings that Richard Ramirez did, and a lot of people. There's a lot of he had a lot of correspondence back and forth while he was still alive with people while he was in jail.
I mean, did you ever write to George Bush or did I write to Tony Blair? I don't think I did. They were serial killers.
Okay, but like we just barely got through the era of Trump, dude. So nowadays, fucking George Bush is like, oh, thank you.
They killed like, over 1 million people in Iraq, like fuck, for no reason whatsoever.
All right, fuck serial killers.
Yeah, fuck serial killers. Speaking of weird behavior, Tom, what's this story you brought to us today?
Okay, so I was going through my news feed, and this is just one of those ones that kind of popped up. Did you put it at the very bottom? No. All right, cool. I got it. It's right here. Hey, fuck you. I don't have my mouse anymore. My wife stole it to use at her.
I can share the screen if you want me to.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be fine. Please do that so I can read it off the screen. That'd be great.
Which screen are we going for?
And I have thoughts on this, which I will say afterwards. Hey, look, it's us again.
Hey,
you love me.
I know. Sorry, yeah. There we go.
No, why are you apologizing? You're helping.
No, because it looks vain, doesn't it? I mean, watching myself, but it's for the comments, which have stopped, by the way. Why have you stopped talking to us? Keep speaking to us, people. Right, yeah, carry on reading.
We need to.
I think they got scared with the serial killer talk.
I can't be alone right now. Okay, so this is from Rome, New York, which I've been to. Police are investigating whether a New York man was cooking a dog or a coyote.
Was he
on
Filipino?
grill outside. Wow.
I'm Filipino too.
All right, fair enough. All right. I can be racist against white people. You can be racist against Filipinos. Fair enough.
Well, not really racist, but
Police say that's the joke. Police say officers responded to a complaint of animal cruelty on January 13th and found a man cooking a canine outside the home in Rome. Now, how'd they know it was a canine? Like, do you think he was just on a spit roast, just fucking?
just, rolling it slowly. You could, something. Was it Michael Vick? Was he cooking some dogs?
I don't, probably not, but I mean, like, otherwise, did the cops like roll up and like, hey, what you cooking over there, dog?
Smells good. Cooking my dog.
Cook my dog. Fucking okay. So in a lot of countries, they eat dog. And let's not get shitty about other cultures. Like, that's just the way it is. We are not them, so we can't really judge. But it's really taboo in America, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere, isn't it? Apart from the countries that,
except for China. There's like a part in China that like has a dog eating festival every year.
Well, and but I mean, like, horse is another animal that like people don't generally eat horse, but in a lot of countries they do eat horse.
I know a lot of people that eat horse meat and goat meat and just the strange meats that people
Mexicans eat goat meat too. We have birria de chivo.
Yeah. I've eaten goat. Goat's fine. I've eaten lamb.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's all. I think it's mainly a stigma combined with dogs have personalities. Like
personality goes a long way. Samuel Jackson said that.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't they eat a dog? They ate a dog in Jackass, right? I'm pretty sure they ate dog in Jackass.
Did they?
What?
I'm pretty sure there was a stunt where they were like where they got Steve-O to eat dog. I need to check this up. Keep talking.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, okay, so if you were, I don't want to say if you were tricked and eaten dog. Like, obviously, there's the scenario in which, like, you haven't eaten for 3 days and you eat whatever you can. If you watch, like, Book of Eli, I don't get mad at fucking Eli because he shoots the cat because he's gonna eat the cat. So I don't know. It's a weird thing with the availability to go to the store. I feel like the need to kill. Did they say why he fucking did that? I got it pulled up right here. Let me see if they said why. An animal control officer took the animal to Cornell University for testing to try to determine its species. The man could be charged with, depending on the results of the test, hunting or trapping. Okay, so it was a coyote. It was a coyote. So now
he caught Wile E. Coyote?
He did. Fuck that.
I called this story Roadrunner's Friend.
Wow.
Literally, look, it says there. Roadrunner's Friend.
I like it.
I have to show you my webcam. It was a rat that Steve-O ate, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
So does this change your opinion now that we've read a little bit further into it, and now that we know it's a coyote? Do you hate him less?
But like at the same time, I'm not going to judge a guy for doing something like that. People eat roadkill. Do you know, what's going on? Now I moved it. It's kind of like how we move.
This is how we move.
But I'm not touching it. It's definitely moving, right?
Well, I mean, am I eating something that was alive still?
So it's okay. We're just doing a live show while I'm fucking about on my camera.
Yeah.
I don't judge people for their culture. I think culture is important, but there are certain things you should like. When you turn around and say, "Yeah, you can't eat bats anymore" because there's a problem there. There's a problem there, or you need to stick to sort of health and safety measures because it might affect the whole fucking world. Like that's when you start. That's when you got to start sort of paying attention. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I wouldn't have eaten a bat to begin with. I mean, unless I was. I feel like there's something to be said about when you go into like indigenous cultures of like people that eat certain things. Now, I would try to be as polite as humanly possible if it came to an animal that I was just totally repugnant by. But like there's something to be said about, being in that mode and trying to be a part of the culture while you're there. So
trying to be respectful.
Exactly. So maybe I would eat like a bat if I was in like Kenya or something like that, and like, oh, here's our main dish, bat, and I'd be like, oh, all right, well, cool.
Here's my favorite.
Guano.
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 It'd just be like Ozzy, just bite the head off.
Chicago. Shawshank Redemption.
Chicago.
All right. So we're all in agreement. Fucking don't eat dogs.
I'm in agreement of don't eat anything unless it's got got there's health and safety standards that should be held across the whole fucking world. Do you know what I mean? Like these fucking markets are not just in China. I'm not going to do a fucking Donald Trump and be like it's a Chinese flu. It's fucking everywhere. But these markets are everywhere. It's just filthy, just fucking disgusting. No, don't do that. Like it's fucking 2021. You should know what's filthy and what isn't. Now.
We should definitely call attention to the fact that you are you're doing an impression of a former president of the United States as of today.
Well done, America.
Thank God. I know.
Well done.
I was watching it. I've been up since 7 watching the inauguration.
Were you waiting for shit to kick off? Were you like,
I was waiting. I didn't want it to happen, but I was expecting like a fucking just sniper shot like through the chest or through the head. I was like, please don't.
I think I expect that every president almost. Like when Obama was president, I thought for sure.
I was like, man, any fucking minute now, it's gonna be national television.
Yeah, just because people are inherently evil and racist. Like at least
America's
some, not everyone, but some.
Yeah.
Hey, John. Fucking. Hey, Alex. How about if you show us some of your impression talents and read us our next story?
Okay, this is a great story. I love it because I love John Mulaney. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Me and Timmy, my boy, one of our favorite bits of the Spider-Verse is the Spider Big part where he's like, did that feel like a cartoon? Well, this story is something that Tom sent in, and I love it. It says here that the Secret Service confirms that John Mulaney's investigation over an SNL joke. So I'm going to share the screen again. So here we go. This one here. Share. Okay.
I'm a big supporter of the saying, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke. So, like, I don't understand why Trump was all shitty about this. But please, Alex, tell us what's up.
Okay, so this is on Rolling Stone. Creditable source, of course. It says here, although no direct threats were made due to the popularity, it is likely concerned citizens will report this, an agency writes. And it says here, when John Mulaney went on the Jimmy Kimmel last month, he told the host that the Secret Service had opened an investigation on him following jokes he made during his monologue on Saturday Night Live in February of 2020. And it says here, I did a joke that was not about Donald Trump, he explained. The joke was about how it was a leap year, and a leap year had been started by Julius Caesar. To correct the calendar, and another thing happened with Julius Caesar. He was stabbed by a bunch of senators because he went crazy. And I said, that's an interesting thing that could happen. That was terrible. I did it better earlier when we were messing about with this. On Tuesday, the Secret Service released a 27-page file on the incident as obtained by Rolling Stone. Under the Activity Exhibits Act, Appropriate Behavior, the agency's Protective Intelligence and Assessment Division noted that Mulaney made inappropriate statements regarding President Trump on Saturday Night Live. The investigation was opened on March the 1st, 2020, one day after Mulaney's comments on the show. So this is a huge comment. But
so it's okay. I'm sorry to cut you off. So it's okay for the former president to incite a fucking riot, but it's not okay for John Mulaney to make a fucking joke.
It's a fucking terrible thing when, like you said, you can do all these horrible things and incite all these terrible things. As soon as you say like a joke that didn't even mention Trump, it was just kind of like
that was such it was such a joke that didn't even mention him at all. Like it was nothing compared to when I think about it. Like when Johnny Depp was like, "When's the last time an actor assassinated a president?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
I'm really questioning that. Like, if I got Johnny Depp to show up to your house right now, I really do feel like you'd sleep with him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. All right. Well, now I know when I'm getting you for your birthday.
I love doing cocaine with you too, Johnny Depp.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I would roll a fucking huge line off of Johnny Depp's hard cock, and that's just because I love cocaine, not so much about the Johnny Depp portion.
Both.
Both. It's a PC culture that we live in, and it's getting a little outrageous. Like, John Mulaney's not the first comedian to be on the watch list for the Secret Service. He definitely won't be the last.
Yeah. Oh no.
But we live in a culture now where social media really kind of blows shit out of proportion, and I think it's stupid, and especially because they called it an inappropriate comment. It was a very appropriate comment because it was
history.
It was historical. Yeah.
Historically accurate. So fuck you, Secret Service.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I just think when you start making jokes like that and you have things like that happen, that's kind of when you made it.
Yeah,
as an entertainer, right? Because if that was some fucking backstreet comedian, which by the way, I respect all comedians. If that's where you are in your career, fucking hats off to you because I couldn't do it. But if that was the case and you were doing comedy to 50 people every now and again, nobody would give a shit. But because he's on Jimmy Kimmel and he's John fucking Mulaney, did that feel like a cartoon? Yeah.
Well, John Mulaney had a really good bit about Bill Clinton, and nobody gave two shits about that. He was really about he was a poon dog and shit. You didn't hear fucking Bill Clinton come out of the woodworks and be like, "Hey, I don't like when you say that about me,
John. That was a raw ride joke."
It's really spot on. I do like poon.
Kenny Aldrich,
just like I nailed them.
I'm going to tell my wife. Kenny Aldrich, my boys. How's it going, Kenny?
Kenny!
Hey. All right, Kenny.
All right, guys.
All right, mate. How's it going? And Graham Arnold says to Trump, oh no, it says here first, orange was the new black, but now white is the new orange.
Fucking, I don't know. I don't know. It's... Once again, like, if there was anybody else lined up for presidency, I would have definitely voted for them instead of who the current president is. But I'm just kind of grateful that it's over with. Like,
it should have been Bernie
right now. It should have been Bernie. It really should have been Bernie.
Absolutely.
Like, if we were going by the popular vote, if we're going by things that should have played out, it should have been Bernie. And I mean, like, we might have gotten Trump again, but I feel like there would have been more support behind Bernie being president because that's what people seem to want.
Yeah, I think everybody wanted Bernie, but the DNC is like, no, we're just choosing Biden. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you listening to us?
I think one of the points that you brought up that I always agree with, Tom, is that you look at fucking Bush now and you think, well, he was a lot more competent than fucking Donald Trump. Yeah. And that's a weird thing to think about because at the time we were like, don't make me do things.
Nuclear, there's some weapon somewhere. Like,
remember that show Little Bush they used to have on Comedy Central?
Yes,
that was fucking excellent. It was all about the escapades of fucking George Bush as a little kid, and like all of his cabinet and shit. It was very, very funny. I think it only lasted like a season or two, but it was really funny. We got one more story before we get into some movie news. And Tom Stevens says if Trump was upset by that, he should watch Jonathan Pie on YouTube.
He sent me that.
Yeah, are you aware of this guy, Jonathan Pie?
No.
TS sent me that link the other day, and he's like, "Watch this, man!" And like this guy was just speaking truth. It was like funny, but like he was just so livid about it, And it got me angry again, hearing all the shit that Trump did like these last 4 years. I'm like, God fucking damn it! I'm so glad he's done with it.
I don't know.
I fucking hate that Bob Barker.
I love Pie though, so I mean, like. That's what's
I'm gonna find a little clip. See if I can find a little clip show.
Little clip.
I'll have to find the mythical clitoris.
It's like a snipe hunt for the clitoris.
Jonathan Pie is a guy that is okay. There's one video here where he gets angry about Matt Damon, David Cameron, and Alan Sugar. I don't fucking know, but let's just have a look, shall we?
Matt Damon.
He's a guy that pretends to be your typical political journalist, and then he takes out his earpiece and goes fucking nuts. It's fucking great. So here we go. Let's have a look at this.
Time being, at least, a UK military intervention seems unlikely. Why are we doing this outside? Because it's cold and it's starting to rain, and we can easily do it from a studio. I'm just wondering what. Yeah, well, that's very easy for you to say in your ivory tower. I'm just wondering, really? Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? Do you hear what he just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no. I'm going to do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news. Ex-commercial TV PR man, old Etonian and occasional pig fucker David Cameron would like to bomb Syria. Unfortunately, Russia's got there first, and America's been doing it for ages. He wants to bomb Syria to stop the flow of refugees fleeing all the bombs. He's also hoping it will stop the increased influence of Islamic extremism. Bombing Syria will, of course, destroy the one remaining multicultural society in the region, leaving it open to the increased influence of Islamic extremism. To bomb Syria, therefore, is clearly mental. In other news, no. I'm doing the fucking news. In other news, Muslims are bad, China's bad, but not as bad as it used to be, and Russia is always bad. Nuclear weapons are good, and to suggest not using nuclear weapons is bad. Onto the economy. Debt is good. Corrupt banks are bad, but not bad enough for us to do anything about them. And poverty in the UK is a figment of your imagination. Onto housing. Jeremy Corbyn's plans to build affordable housing and create social housing for the poorest people in our society is a terrible idea. That's according to multi-millionaire property magnate and all-round shitpot.
He's fucking brilliant. He says it how it is, and he's very, very popular because of it.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. So
next story.
Fuck ex-presidents, and let's move on to a better 2021.
Yeah, let's hope for the next good 4 years. That's what I'm hoping for.
4 more beers. Let's get on to our last story, Alex. David, you want to take a shot at this?
What the fuck is that? Scientists have described a dinosaur's butthole in exquisite detail. Why the fuck?
Well,
how would they know about their buttholes?
If you've ever seen Jurassic Park, David, you would know that dinosaurs do not have buttholes.
Oh, yeah. Where's the alligator's butthole then?
I don't know. Bring that back up really quick, Alex.
I'll share the screen. It's a bit easier.
Thank you.
You're okay, man. You're okay.
All right, that's one. Okay. So let's see. Fucking here. When a dog-sized Perseverance was living its days on Earth, it was probably concerned with mating, eating, and not being killed by other dinosaurs. It would never have crossed its mind, of course it didn't. 120 million years or so later, scientists would be peering intensely up its clacker. What's a clacker?
Obviously an asshole.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I'm gonna use from now on. Like, you're being a real clacker.
Darling, can I stick it up your clacker? I don't know what you said right now.
I don't like it. However, it's precisely what they have done, yielding the most detailed description of a non-avian dinosaur's cloaca. I know what that is. The catch-all hole used for peeing, pooping, mating, and laying eggs. The Swiss Army knife of buttholes is common throughout the animal kingdom today. All birds, amphibians, reptiles, and even a few mammals possess a cloaca. But we know little about the cloaca. We know very about the cloaca. It's just a little knob on the end, you're going to rub your nose on. Dinosaurs, including their anatomy, what it looked like, and how the animals used them. I noticed that a cloaca several years ago, and we have reconstructed the color patterns of the dinosaur using a remarkable fossil on display that is the Senckenberg. Thank you, Alex, our UK correspondent. Museum in Senckenberg, which clearly preserves the skin color and patterns. Ew! So you can see like the shit stains of this dinosaur.
You can see the dingleberries.
Yeah.
Fucking. You can see a little box around its fucking asshole right there.
You see a box around its box.
In porn, when the asshole parts in porn, and you get that little brown bit around the asshole.
That dinosaur needs to bleach its asshole.
Yeah.
The chocolate starfish.
Yeah. Chocolate stuff.
Do we need to know what a dinosaur's asshole looked like?
I think I could have gone the rest of my life without ever thinking about a dinosaur's asshole. Really?
I bet you this infuriates Steven Spielberg because, as previously stated, Jurassic Park did not emphasize the dinosaurs' assholes. They showed poop. They're like, oh, there's poop on the island, so it's coming from somewhere. Yeah. But they never showed it pooping.
The asshole. Yeah.
Look at that weird looking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I took that dinosaur and I fucked him up the butt. Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking, it's one that I saw that in my newsfeed and I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, why do we need to know what the dinosaur's asshole looks like? I'm glad I do. Like I'm cool. I'm kind of cool. It's kind of cool to know they had a cloaca.
I feel like I learned a little bit more now that I know about their assholes.
Yeah. So kids, go out there and ask to look up the skirts of some dinosaurs so you can see that fat, juicy cloaca.
I learned you something, assholes.
I just wouldn't go there and trying to sort of document what different animals' arseholes look like. People have already done that. Okay, you don't need to go and do that. Right.
You think they're gonna have a museum like now dedicated to like dinosaurs' assholes?
They have a museum for everything, David. They got a museum for like vaginas. They got like a museum for cocks.
This is going to be specifically for dinosaurs' assholes.
No, well, I reckon that maybe one day.
There's some sick fucks out there that are going to be so excited that when dinosaurs start getting cloned, they're like, I only need one part of that dinosaur clone, man. I want to see that fat, juicy cloaca. And like, do you think that when the researchers were like brushing off the dinosaur's asshole, all of a sudden like, dun, 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 dun.
The world famous Graham Arnold. By the way, Graham, you've done some fucking amazing work in the group. By the way, can we just applaud Graham for his work with the memes in the group? Fucking well done, Graham. We bow to you. He's come up with a term for this, and it's called Jurassic Parking.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. All right, let's Jurassic Park my penis in your
cloaca. Do dinosaurs have buttholes? You bet Jurassic does.
Oh, so I found a dinosaur and I checked out his butthole. On my way out.
Dinosaurs are dinosaurs. Scientists are still saying that like in 10 years that they're going to clone dinosaurs. Which, like, I mean, I'm not one of the people who was like, oh my God, did you see Jurassic Park? And how'd that work out for him? Like, it worked out fucking awesome. There was an island of dinosaurs, you fucks. I want dinosaurs. Always have, always will. I don't care.
Okay, I'm just checking something because Ryan Burgess just told me that there's a hobos museum in Iowa.
A hobo museum in Iowa?
Hobo, yeah.
Is it full of like bindles and like signs and shit?
And syringes?
That's so bad. Let me have a look at this shit. Hold on. Let me just keep
meth pipes.
Well, there's a difference between hobos and what's the one tramps. Like there's a difference between the two. When you think about like classic like riding the rails tramps, it's kind of like that, like the playing harmonica. I'm like, let me tell you about a story about how I ate a can of beans and shit like that.
Who's gonna give me a sponge bath?
And then, wow,
yeah, that's right. Get in there.
I fucking
Filthy.
love it. But there's also like a hobo, which live outside of Los Angeles. The great hoboist Kissicus.
It says here the Hobo Day Association is a non-profit, tax-exempt organization that was founded in 2011 to support the National Hobo Convention that was held in Britt, Iowa since 1900. Its goal is to host a weekend festival that is fun, family-orientated, and filled with hobo culture, entertainment, arts, and cultures to help keep this unique celebration of the life and times of American hobo life alive.
Can you imagine the attractions? Hey kids, let's sell blood to get some cheap liquor.
It's a real thing, man. It's fucking. I like it.
I've never heard of it, and I'm like thinking of all these like fucked up jokes about it. And I'm like,
why is orange the color of hobos? Like, why do they designate? Like, hey, I know what makes you think of hobos? Bright orange.
Yeah, look at that guy. That's your typical scary
why is
looking.
You scrolling right over his dick, Alex? What's up with that?
Because
he likes that dirty hobo dick.
Yeah, that looks like a fat cloaca right there.
What movies?
Movies, yes, movies that are coming out this year.
Okay.
We put a poll up, or I did. I put a poll up earlier. Do you want to pull it up?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to name and shame everyone in the group right now. I'm going to bring up the group, and I wasn't prepared for this, by the way. I was for the listeners at home. I set up a beautiful microphone. It's right here, right? It's a microphone. It's worth £300, right? It's a beautiful fucking microphone. Set it all up. It's great. Didn't fucking work, so I had to go to
I'm surprised that microphone's so heavy.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I thought too. He's like, this weighs 300 pounds. Is it worth? Yeah.
You Americans are so funny. Okay, I'm not gonna bring it up. But the movies added to the list were Mortal Kombat, Uncharted, Godzilla vs King Kong, Coming to America 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Dune, Quiet Place 2, Morbius, and The Batman. and then Top Gun.
The top one was what was the top one? I'm trying to remember exactly. I think it was
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Which is cool because I'm excited for it, and it's going to be available on HBO Max when they is that the website still? I don't remember what they call it anymore. I can't afford it.
It's on HBO Max. I think. I know. Do you have to have a subscription with HBO in order to get it, or is it you can just get the thing by itself?
I think it's its own thing. But like what people seem the most excited for is Mortal Kombat, followed by Uncharted, which I'm really excited for. I fucking love the Uncharted games. I think Tom Holland's gonna kill it as fucking what's his face? I can't remember. I just really woke up like an hour ago.
Drake or some shit like that.
Nathan Drake. Thank you very much. Nathaniel Drake.
Nathan Drake.
Followed by Godzilla versus King Kong, which I'm crazy excited for. Like oh dude, I'm so excited. Coming to America too, which I don't know. I like the original, but whatever.
I think Eddie Murphy had a sell-by date, if I'm honest.
It's fucked. Followed by Ghostbusters Afterlife. Not a lot of excitement for this movie. Fourth on the list.
I'm excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I blame that last fucking movie. Like, people have just lost faith now. Like, I think I've got past the point where we were allowed to say that it was a fucking terrible movie now, by the way.
Yeah, it's only slightly sexist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. It didn't look funny to me, honestly. I was like, eh.
After that, it is followed by Dune, which
piss Eric off, by the way. Fuck,
really?
He'd be like, whoa. He likes Dune, man. That's one of his favorite things. He likes Dune.
Yeah, Dune, I'm excited to see because I love Denis Villeneuve, and I'm excited. I should probably try and fucking attempt to read the goddamn book before the movie comes out.
Dude, it's such a long book. I tried to listen to it as an audiobook, so I was like, I should probably know.
It's fucking confusing, right?
Yeah, it's long.
It's long, and it's just there's so much to it. You're like, wait, what? Like, I had to read the same page like several fucking times in order to understand it.
Followed by A Quiet Place 2, then Morbius, then The Batman,
which I voted for, by the way. That's what that
Batman I'm excited for.
Top Gun Maverick is last. Like, that's so surprising because there's so much hype about that movie.
Last place, huh, Mav?
Wow. I think that's because people have waited long fucking enough for this film. Like, it was meant to be released last year. Like, I think people are like,
no, it was meant to be released years ago, way before. Yeah. Remember before what's his face fucking committed suicide? Tony Scott.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, like, it's going to affect movies, isn't it? I mean, look at Wonder Woman. I mean, what the fuck happened with that film? What the fuck happened with that film? 3 years we waited for that fucking movie, and it was terrible when they released it. I don't understand. I think I'm looking forward to a good DC Warner Brothers movie. I'm always going to have hope. Like, I'm always going to check it out, and there is one somewhere. Joker was just great. So that proves that they can be made. I feel like the Batman is probably a hope, but maybe the Snyder Cut as well. I don't know. Mortal Kombat.
I forgot I'm boycotting Warner Brothers, so I can't watch the Batman.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that, David. Sorry, mate. We'll enjoy it.
Why are you boycotting?
Because they fired Johnny Depp.
Oh Jesus Christ!
There are a couple of movies here though that aren't on that list that we can maybe just sort of breeze over. We'll do what me and Tom normally do on What's the Difference. We'll get one-word answers. So we've got News of the World, which was released last week with Tom Hanks. Has anybody seen that yet? Anybody heard of that? No.
No, but
the album News of the World by Queen. Yeah, my favorite album.
Fucking no, but there's this really funny meme about how there was actually a comment. I've been watching a lot of Cinnamon Sins lately, and this is not a one-word answer, but there's that scene from what is it, Angels and Demons or the Da Vinci Code, where Tom Hanks is in front of the Nazi symbol, and they're like, "How come this is not a meme already?" And I was like, "Oh my god, it's so true. He's in front of the Nazi symbol." Swastika. Yeah, swastika. So fucking there's that. Tom Hanks.
Judas and the Black Messiah, which is about Fred Hampton, who's the chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party.
Oh, that's what that's about. All right, I thought it was literally about Judas. I don't know. Fucking, I'm not really socially woke. I'm not cool enough to enjoy shit like that. If it comes across my peripheries, then I'll fucking watch it.
There's a Tom and Jerry movie, which I think the kids will like, but I don't know, man.
Are they talking again?
Any kids know who Tom and Jerry are?
Well, hopefully they reboot it. And I'd like cartoons to go back to the way they were. Do you reckon that can ever happen? You know, when they were like smashing each other with hammers and lumps coming out their heads and shit. Like, you know.
Well, that's how you're gonna get adults to go. Like, if you start showing old school Tom and Jerry antics, then that's how adults are gonna show up. Other than that, it's like, because the last Tom and Jerry, they're like, we're pals and we like to do stuff. Let's hang out.
Let's hold hands.
Itchy and scratchy when they got, you know.
Yeah.
There's a film here that I really am interested in. It's called Nobody, and it's got your guy out of what's his name? Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman.
Oh, nice. Better Call Saul.
And it says a bystander intervenes to help a woman being harassed by a group of men, becomes the target of a vengeful drug lord, and he just gets the shit kicked out of him for a whole movie. Did you see that trailer for Nicolas Cage, by the way, where he's just fighting evil animatronics?
No.
No.
No? Ooh, I'm gonna find this. Oh shit! I need to get YouTube back up. Talk, Tom.
That's fine. So fucking, like, when it comes to like Godzilla and King Kong, I think that the reason that's so exciting is because, one, they've already done it. They did it back in the day. It wasn't terribly good, but like, we haven't had a good monster mash in a long time. Like in the Godzilla
mash.
It was the mash.
It was the graveyard smash.
It was the mash. But like, we haven't seen like a big, like, since Pacific Rim, we haven't seen a good monster fight in a very long time. So this is the movie for me this year, and I think it's another HBO Max. If I
believe
mistaken.
so. I think as well. Yeah. I'll put money on it. I mean,
they're really fighting for money this year. Like, they will get a couple bucks from me without a doubt, because
ever
like,
since Game of Thrones ended, they're like, we need money. How are we going to keep people to have them watch us?
This is a great point, actually, and that's what I'm going to bring up at the end. Do you want to watch this trailer for what I think is probably going to be Nicolas Cage's reinsurgence back into Hollywood? Because I think it looks fucking amazing. Can we watch this together?
Watch it. Yes.
Check it out.
So sharing with the audio. This is Willy's Wonderland, the trailer for that with the new Nicolas Cage's film. Here we go.
Willy's Wonderland?
Let's play it.
Welcome to Willy's Wonderland. You spend the night cleaning Willy's Wonderland, and I will pay to have your car fixed. Deal? You are officially on staff. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't stand to hear a grown man scream.
This place has a dark history. I know the bullshit story they told you. It's a lie. You're here to be a human sacrifice. Have you been listening to a word I've been saying? He's gonna die in here, but he won't listen to me.
The machines got out. Nobody is safe. Put your balls on, Evan. You're going to Willy's.
He's not trapped in here with them. You're trapped in here with him.
It's birthday time.
I enjoy a man of few words.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh, fuck yes. That looks excellent.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's amazing. I love it.
Oh my god, that's at the top of my list now.
I couldn't help but when they're saying like it's your birthday, I'm like, you're the birthday boy or girl.
Yeah, Simpsons, baby. Fucking A. All right, Alex. That was
I'm on.
Dude, that was a good way to fucking end the show. I like that a lot. I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's go through some comments before we get out of here. Then we'll do our stuff, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, so we've got some comments here. Do they have a train jumping event, which is at the Hobos Museum? Ryan Williams says.
Yeah, how to learn how to jump a train. I'm curious about that. That's got to take some skill.
You'll see it in the movies, like where they're always running and they grab it at the last minute. You know. I've always got to read Kenny's stuff before he puts it up on there. Almost.
Because you never know what you're going to get.
Right, okay, I do feel like we need to throw an intervention for Kenny because he's obsessed, right? He says almost had to come and on and say some shit, but he didn't say Captain Marvel. I think we can all agree, Kenny. We're all your friends. We love you very much. You need to step off the Captain Marvel shit, man. It's fine.
He won't. He will not. He is so he's a diehard Marvel fan, dude, and he feels like it does a disservice to Marvel with her. So, you know.
Ryan Williams, I heard they're introducing a new character to Mortal Kombat. Someone who has never been seen in the game. It's me. I'm a Mortal Kombat character.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah. So, I spent £300 on this microphone.
Is it Nicolas Cage? I just saw him kicking ass.
All the animatronics he's fighting. He also says News of the World is a pretty good movie. I'll have to check it out. Oh, yeah.
Ryan Williams.
And he says, why the hell is VOD only? I want to see that.
Video on demand, right?
Video on demand. I say everybody go out and go watch that Nicolas Cage movie because fucking why not?
I think everybody's got a new appreciation for that guy because he's fucking nuts since that the history of swear words. It's just fucking brilliant. Okay, we've got a few announcements to make before we get out of here. Have you guys checked out our website yet? I really would like you guys after this just to go to that fucking website, please. Just have a look. Have a look because there might be shows on there that you haven't seen before. It is, of course. Oh, for God's sake, I'm doing this again. Sharing screen. But we're going to go here to the website. So here's our website. It looks fantastic, doesn't it, right? So you got all our podcasts there. There's plenty of ways to listen to all the podcasts there. Subscribe to our YouTube. We could really do some YouTube subscribers because we're using YouTube now, guys. We weren't using it before, so we didn't give a fuck. The Chronicles guys they bumped things up a little bit, but now we're using it. We're kind of like, well, we could do with some followers. So if you could get everyone to just go around, rally round, guys. If you like us and you enjoy what we do, get your mom, your nan, your friends, your work colleagues, just to go and subscribe to our YouTube. It's worth it because we're awesome.
Yes, we are.
Pretty much. And that's USUKnetwork.com. And that's made for us by our friends at Web Orchard. There we go.
If you need a fabulous looking website, but you are way too lazy to do it yourself, and let's be honest here, we're all way too fucking lazy to do it ourselves, check out Web Orchard. They will build you a beautiful, functional website that looks amazing. Even if your content's shit, it'll be amazing. Like if you've seen Pornhub, I don't think they did Pornhub, but they can make you something that looks like Pornhub.
Yes. And look, Ryan there says it's a cool website. It is a cool website.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. I didn't do anything about it because I'm lazy, but hey, it's a good looking website.
Kenny's in denial, says like the fuck I do.
You see? You have to give a fuck.
But released yesterday, but I haven't done the marketing for it yet because I like to do that sometimes. I like to get a feel for what people are thinking about a thing. So I'll release a product that we haven't really advertised, but I'll do that this week. That's the Star Wars Specials Volume 2, all of them, episodes 1, 2, and 3. We did these about a year, maybe 18 months ago. I don't know, man. I could hear Timmy in the background of one of them. He sounded very young. But it was a very slow, methodical talk through all of the original trilogy movies with the great and powerful Eric Fluger. He is fantastic. There is a rant on the end of episode 1 of that volume 2, where we're talking about A New Hope, where he just blows my fucking mind. The writing, the work that he put into that episode is just unbelievable. So make sure you check that out. Volume 1 is spectacular. I love it. And then finally, before we get out of here, coming soon. I mean, I think we're going to put them on the website or something. I made some like phone backgrounds for people. If you wanted to, there's one there for USUK Chronicles.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I quite like them. And if you want them, we're going to put them on the website for free. We're not going to charge people for them. And they look cool.
I'll have one. I'll put one on. That's fucking awesome.
It's like $1.
Oh,
£1, a pound.
Yeah, so there's mine. Looks cool.
All right. Hey, look at that. Very fancy. So if you want to show your support and
nice.
have us in the background all the time so you can remember, hey, those guys exist, get yourself a phone background.
Yeah, get in touch with me. I'll just send it to you. Fuck it, I don't care. We don't want anything for it. We just want to spread the love. Make sure you check out our website. Tom, well done for bringing some good stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, mediocre stuff, but I'll take it. Thank you very much.
What we fucking do, right? We do what we do. We turn up. We just rock the shit, and then we go home. Leave you guys sort of weak at the knees and stuff. You know, screaming in your underwear. You wanting more, but if you want more, go to the fucking website. Go listen to our stuff. Subscribe on YouTube. We are putting What's the Difference on YouTube now. I've kind of figured out how to sort of quickly make the videos and get them straight onto YouTube. So Mondays now you're going to get What's the Difference on the Podbean, audio only, and you're also going to get the YouTube channels as well, which is pretty cool. YouTube videos. David, you looking forward to Friday? Weekly Bazaar?
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Glad to be a part of it all, and just, thankful for everything you guys, having me on board and everything.
I don't know what's happened with my mic, my webcam. It just keeps balling. Right, let's get the fuck out of here. Tom, you want to take us out, buddy?
Yes. Fucking hey guys, like, share, subscribe, check out all of our various channels on our amazing looking websites. This has been Wednesday Night Live, and I am Tom Bruno.
I'm David Raby.
I'm Alex. I'm the fucking Don. I'm the captain of this ship, and I forgot. Sorry.
You would be out,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next week. Make sure you check out the Weekly Bazaar at 7:30 UK time on Friday. We love you guys. Peace out.